What's up guys, Coach Jack here, and we have been getting this question since we started and we're finally answering it for you guys here on the membership. I get this question all the time as a nutritionist and a coach. Jack, how many calories should I be eating? If you're trying to lose weight in particular, this is a question I get all the time. So I want to start off by saying, if you have never done this before, or if you don't know, please check with your doctor first before starting anything, okay? Once you do that, you can dive in to learning about how many calories, how many macros, or what your macro breakdown, and really how to fuel your body, okay? I will say it's always better to reach out to a professional or a coach to have someone really do it properly for you, but I'm hoping in this video you're gonna get some great insight as to how us professionals, or what calculations us professionals use in general to calculate our clients' macros and calories. So we're gonna start off with the calculations that I use with my clients for fat loss, okay? So when someone comes to me and they say, I wanna lose fat, Jack, in particular, this is the general calculation I use. So we start with calories, okay? We determine how many calories we're going to eat. To do this, the general calculation is 10 to 12 times your body weight, okay? So if you're 140 pounds, okay, you are going to go times 10 or 12, okay? And that's going to give you your calorie range, okay? So 140 pounds times 10, this is nice and easy. We're gonna go 1,400. 1,400 would be the lowest you would wanna go. 1,400 calories is the lowest you would wanna go if you were 140 pounds trying to lose weight, okay? That's already more than what most people think, okay? So, but if you are active, okay, and or training, so doing the trainer hub stuff, you might want to be closer to the 12 times your body weight, okay? So again, this is the basic. This is going to give us the first thing we're starting with, the calories. So using the 140 and times 10, our base number is 1,400 calories. That's how many calories we need to eat in a day to maintain and then be in a calorie deficit to lose weight, okay? From there, so this is your calorie amount, okay? From there, the next step you want to figure out is your protein, because if you are trying to lose weight, specifically burn fat, having your protein high enough will allow your body to retain its strength and muscle while burning fat. So rather than just wasting away and losing everything and all your definition, keeping your protein high is going to prevent that and allow you to lean out healthily. So this particular number, these numbers, how much protein we eat in a day has been debated for decades, if not centuries. How much protein should we be eating? I've been doing this for almost a decade, and for myself and my clients, what I have found is the 0.8 to 1.2 grams per pound of body weight, okay? That's how many grams of protein you have to eat per day to maintain muscle mass. Now, there's this number, some people will say it should be that per pound of kilogram, okay? Or per kilogram of body weight. But this particular number, the 0.8 to 1.2 grams per pound of body weight, that's specifically for people who are trying to maintain muscle and burn fat, okay? So keeping this number high allows us to keep our calories higher, okay? So we're gonna do a little math here because this is where it gets complicated. Now that we know, so just using our simple calculations again. So how many grams of protein if someone's 140 pounds? Let's just go right in the middle and go 1 gram per pound. That means it's 140 grams of protein, okay? So 140 grams of protein per day out of your 1,400 calories. Now, before we move on to figuring out our carbs and fats, because this right here, our protein, carbs, and fats, make up our calories, okay? So now that we've figured out our protein is 140 grams, we need to figure out how many calories 140 grams equals, because that's gonna come out of our calories. So I'm no mathematician. I'm gonna grab my calculator. 140 grams of protein equals 560 calories. Now, how did I figure that out? Because for every gram of protein, there's 4 calories. So if you're eating 140 grams of protein in a day, as per our calculation, that's how many grams of protein we have to eat. If you're eating 140 grams of protein in a day, that's 560 calories out of your 1,400 calories. So we know how many calories we're eating in a day. We know how many grams of protein we're eating in a day. Now we have to figure out the last two, the carbs and the fats. So we've figured out how many grams of protein. So we're gonna go 1,400 minus the 560 calories that came from our protein, okay? And we have 840 calories left, okay? Kcals left to make up our carbs and fats, okay? I always start with carbs next before fats. It doesn't really matter either way, but you're going to split your carbs and fats equally. Now, here's where it gets fun. This can be totally individual, all right? If you are someone who prefers fats, you like steak, you like cheese, you like eggs, all that fun stuff, you can err on higher fats. If you like carbs, sugar, fruit, sweets, candy, you're gonna err on higher carbs. Right now, I'm gonna show you just how to figure out how many grams of each using an equal split, okay? So 840 calories is what we have to work with. You're going to basically divide that in half, okay? So 840 divided by 2 is 420. And now you're going to put 420 calories into carbs and 420 calories into, so it's 420 calories, okay? And 420 calories. Oops. So how do we figure out the grams of that? Again, we divide by how many calories are in each gram of carbs and fats. For every gram of carbohydrate, it's the same as your protein. It's 4. So we're gonna go 420 calories divided by 4, right? Because that's how many calories are in a gram. And that gives us 105. That is our total carb count for 420 calories. So 420 calories equals 105 grams of carbohydrates, okay? And you'd think it might be the same for fat, but fats are actually 9 calories per gram, okay? So for fats, we're going to go 420 divided by 9, and that gives us 46.66666. So it's gonna be 47 grams of fat. Okay, so now we have our 140 grams of protein, our 100 grams of carbohydrates, 47 grams of fats. This is a standard breakdown, okay? From here, you would want to take into consideration, am I exercising? Am I doing lots of extra activity? Maybe you're a mom who's always on the go. Maybe you work on site. Maybe you're a construction worker. You're a laborer, whatever. If you have to take all these little things into account when you're putting this together. So these are all very general for someone who's 140 pounds and wants to lose weight. Now, that was probably a horrible number to choose because 140 pounds is not a lot. You're not gonna lose a lot of weight from 140 pounds anyway. And these numbers are all very low, okay? Anyone who came to me and started at these numbers, my goal would always be to bring them up, raise these numbers up. And that's something else you want to keep in mind if you are calculating your own macros. They don't stay the same. They change based on how you're living, how your body is, how much fat is on your body, how much muscle mass you have on your body. Everything you do in life and how everything that's going into you is part of and has to be taken into consideration when you're coming up with your calories and macro breakdown, okay? But this is a general approach, okay? So again, it's always calories and fun. So we just all these calculations are for fat loss. If you were trying to build muscle, okay, we would make this number would go up closer to like maybe even up to 15. Okay, times 15 your pound of body weight. That's how high you could go if you wanted to grow, okay? This is as low as you will go ever for a deficit. Please do not go any lower than this. It's not necessary and can damage your long-term health. So again, very, very, very basic calculations, but I hope this gives you a little bit of insight into how coaches calculate macros. And if you do give it a try, we'd love to hear from you. I would love to hear if this helped you. Shoot us a comment and see you next time.